Good morning, VeChain family. It's your boy Boomin coming at you with yet another video. I apologize for not sounding super excited today, but I guess you guys all know the SEC is coming after Coinbase and other quote unquote unregistered securities. I'm going to be doing a full video on that during the Cardano video. But go ahead and do all the things that the algorithm likes. Thank you so much to the wonderful Patreon subscribers: Catherine B, Offla, LLC, Craig and Feruzden, Maryland for Crypto. Let's get the show started, guys. So, talking about VeChain today, they haven't been mentioned in any SEC documents, so it doesn't really pertain to this video. So let's get right on with the show. As the right posts, in China, circular economies are considered national priorities through 2025. CircuNow and Shanghai Tantalin could help China reach their sustainability goals through carbon reduction, circular ecosystems, and recycling initiatives. So this was posted a couple months back, like a month back. VeChain and CircuNow join forces to create carbon disclosure platform for sustainability clarity, providing the path for green actions. Shanghai Tantalin is looking at developing a new functional carbon reduction platform. The platform will be floated in collaboration with CircuNow and ESTS. So they have inked a collaboration with CircuNow, and together they have reached agreement to develop a carbon reduction disclosure platform. The platform will be focused on circular cash products, which were previously certified by three-party public trust certification body known as ESTS. CircuNow is an interdisciplinary innovation platform co-founded by in a 2021 Zuha Duan and Angie Ty Lee focus on the circular ecology of recycled materials and products in the ESG field. And we all know that VeChain is expanding for sustainability. They're pushing for global expansion. A lot of new projects coming up on the VeChainThor blockchain. This is what we like to see. VeChain collaborated with the firm to drive global expansion and sustainability initiatives, promote transparency, traceability, and environmental responsibility in supply chains via blockchain technology. Ultimately, VeChain platform was responsible for tracking the carbon footprint products throughout their life cycle, from production to disposal. So yeah, guys, it's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and move on. Now this is interesting. I'm going to talk a little bit about this here. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. It's kind of, a bit too smart for my brain, but, it does seem interesting. Now, this is 2D materials. If you guys remember, during the VeChain Hive Summit a couple months back, the first module of that summit was a scientist. I forgot the gentleman's name, but he did like a 20-minute presentation on 2D materials. If you guys remember that, I remember in the comment section, people was like, "What does this have to do with VeChain?" Well, now we know. Through collaborative research programs, led by Chief Scientist Peter Zhu, VeChain has been deeply engaged with pioneers of 2D materials research, a field that holds revolutionary potential for technology in the field of sustainability. This week, the steering committee member, Professor QG, kicks off a series of editorials to share his groundbreaking research using cases on how to use these new capabilities to leverage VeChainThor. Such developments will see VeChainThor as a leading blockchain of sustainable development and the backbone of next industrial revolution, an era powered by AI, blockchain, IoT, automation, and more. So what are 2D materials? Let's take a look. So here's the Wikipedia article, and then we got a video to watch that might explain it a bit more. Again, I'm still trying to wrap my brain around this stuff. I believe it's going to be used for fabricating boards, fabricating electronics, maybe. There are other use cases that they could use to use these materials in a more sustainable fashion. So 2D materials. In material science, the term single layer materials refers to crystalline solids consisting of single layer of atoms. These materials are promising for some applications, but remain the focus of research. Single layer materials derive from single elements, generally carrying the "ene" suffix in their names, such as graphene. Single layer materials that are compounds of two or more elements have "ane" or "ide" suffixes. 2D materials can generally be categorized as 2D allotropes of various elements or compounds consisting of two or more covalently bonding elements. It is predicted that there are hundreds of stable single-layer materials. The atomic structure, calculated basic properties of these, and many other potentially synthesizable single-layer materials can be found in computational databases. The 2D materials can be produced using mainly two approaches: top-down exfoliation and bottom-up synthesis. Exfoliation methods include sonication, mechanical, hydrothermal, electrochemical, laser-assisted, and microwave-assisted exfoliation. Here are some of the single-element materials here. Graphene, carbon in the form of nearly transparent light, 1 atom thick sheet. It is hundreds of times stronger than most steels by weight. It has the highest known thermal and electrical conductivity, displaying densities a million times of that of copper. I think it was this gentleman here. No, yeah, I think it was this guy that was at the VeChain Summit. This gentleman here, Sir Constantine. So that's pretty cool. They first produced it by lifting graphene flakes from bulk graphite with adhesive tape and transferring them into a silicon wafer. We got graphene with a Y. The existence of graphite was conjectured before 1960. It has not yet been synthesized. However, graphene was synthesized with copper substrates, recently been claimed to be a competitor for graphene due to the potential of direction-dependent dielectric cones. I have no idea what that is. We got brophene, germanine, silicene, satine, plumine, phosphorine, antimonine. Got a lot here. So this is pretty cool, guys. Again, I'm not a material scientist, so I can't really explain all the ins and outs of it, but it does look pretty cool. And if we are able to synthesize these materials in a massive way, we could really change the way we build materials. Let's take a look at this video here on YouTube, guys. It's going to explain a little bit about graphene and 2D materials. Hopefully we can get a better understanding of it.
Two-dimensional materials are crystalline substances with a thickness of a few atoms or less. The most famous of the 2D materials is graphene, a single layer of carbon atoms called a monolayer, which is hundreds of times stronger than steel, conducts electricity better than copper, and is completely flexible. Beyond graphene, there exists a host of 2D materials with a wide range of different properties. One group, called transition metal dichalcogenides, and known as TMDs, combine the incredible thinness of graphene with exceptional semiconductor properties. Unlike graphene, a TMD monolayer is 3 atoms thick. Each sheet consists of a layer of transition metal atoms such as molybdenum or tungsten, between 2 planes of chalcogen atoms such as sulfur or selenium. TMD monolayers are direct band gap semiconductors, meaning they strongly emit light when excited electrically or optically. But for thicker TMD sheets such as bilayers and tri-layers, the band gap is indirect and the excellent luminescence properties are lost. So, to utilize light emission from TMDs, individual monolayers must be isolated from a bulk crystal. To do this, researchers at the University of Sheffield use a method known as mechanical exfoliation. Although atoms within an individual layer are strongly bonded to one another, adjacent sheets are bound together very weakly through the van der Waals interaction. By simply applying sticky tape to the crystal, this weak interlayer bonding can be broken and thin films of material can be removed from the crystal surface. By then applying this tape onto a substrate such as glass and slowly peeling it back off, interlayer bonding between layers within the thin films can be broken further and single monolayers can be transferred onto the surface. Assembling different 2D materials into vertical stacks, one layer at a time, creates new artificial materials called van der Waals heterostructures. By careful control of the sheet order within the heterostructure, the properties of each individual layer can be combined to produce optoelectronic devices with tailor-made properties. This allows the construction of electroluminescent devices for light-emitting applications. As well as photodetectors for optical imaging sensors and 2D material transistors for the basis of flexible computational elements. Combining these different electrical and optical elements based upon van der Waals heterostructures has incredible potential for the development of new flexible electronic devices that could revolutionize current technology.
So there you go, guys. That's a little bit about 2D materials. Yeah, hopefully I'm going to study some more on this and see what kind of applications that could come out of this. So that's all I have for you today, guys. Again, I wish I was coming on here with better circumstances, but it seems to be a dark day in crypto today. I'm not going to get political, but this administration is hostile to crypto. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know, it's a dark day for America today, guys. That's all I gotta say. Oh boy, we'll get through it. Thank you to our wonderful Patreon subscribers, Catherine V, Offlayer LLC, Kragan, Farouz Den, and Maryland for Crypto. I really appreciate it. 325 days left to the next Bitcoin block halving. Hopefully by this time next year, this will be an afterthought and we can move on and get the gains we so deserve. Yeah, so looking at the markets here, yeah, we're down. I really don't got much to say. Tune in for the Cardano video. I love you guys. Let's keep chopping wood, and I'll talk to you then.